aptly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're in Power Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Well, it's official. We reached the halfway point of the regular season. Still a lot of work left to do, though, as we're away in Week 9. And he's out at the 25 where the old touchback would have been, but the choice to leave the end zone cost him 5. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go, set.
2nd and 13. He's on the move. And that one is picked off. But wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete.
A little bit of chaos, right? I mean, play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds.
He throws a bullet, and oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10, around to Robinson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Daniels from the pistol. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
4th and 3, drive on the line. From the gun, it's Daniels. Over to Douglas on the sideline, caught. And he almost gets to the 5. He's out at the 6. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. Man in motion, out of the slot. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And that's a Washington touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. From his own end zone, here we go. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap to Nix. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time, but still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete to Ingram along the sideline. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Finds him over the middle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
60 by 6.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. This is hauled in by Ingram. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st down from the red zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off. That's Bobby Wagner. He's at midfield. The 30. The 10. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. I don't know about you, Brock, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, well, 30, 40 yards into his return. Then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to the air, Nix after the pick. That's the rookie from Texas hauling it in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Come on, set.
Lone back gets the handoff. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Nix now to throw. This finds Franklin. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Escapes the pocket. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. The handoff on 3rd and short. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Nix from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And he's going down. They said no to that shorter field goal, partner. Time for our 2nd quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone.
Let's go now.
Complete on the option.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Set it. Ready.
And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Point after tries good by Lutz. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And the defense is all over.
Different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Now Daniels off the play action. Will get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Throw left side cut by Douglas. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Play fake here, Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's third down now. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Daniels throwing on third. He has the first over the middle. And that one's going to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by Von Miller. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Slot man motioned over. Quick throw to the left is complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 13-point lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one splits the uprights, and the Commanders double their lead to 14. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. On the move, headed right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Jukes one defender, and they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
One of the tight ends motioning left. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Kate, little good news, bad news, right? Bad news, you take a sack. Good news is you do actually have a few more plays in your playbook. Everybody always says, well, you got more room to operate. No, what you have are now more options with that offense. Now you got to avoid taking a sack and get that ball out of your hand.
Here we go, right up the gut. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Here we go, sack. Cougar 19. Go.
Nix looking to throw. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos make it a 1-score game before halftime. Cortland Sutton the touchdown. Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Robinson on the inside give. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. Give him 13 on that play. And the Commanders will have a 1st. Out of the gun, Daniels. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Picked off, Brandon Jones. And the Broncos take over on his 5th interception of the season. That is one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. It's too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
You know, Kate, when I see throws like this, I see images of Bo Jackson back in the day. As a Kansas City Royal throwing Harold Reynolds out from the warning trap. 300 feet in the air, he hummed that baseball to gun down the runner at home plate. The difference here in football, yeah, you throw that ball up, that DB's also got to run 50-some yards, go up high point and make a play. That is just incredible defensive football.
Forced out to his right. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. They get 13 on the pickup, and the Broncos will have a first down. To throw, here's Nix. Caught by his back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 from the 41.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. They'll throw again. Nix. Chased out to his right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Commanders are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away. Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here we go, set. Let go. Check, hey.
This is Eckler on second. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Daniels back to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, whether they recover that one or not, either way, they were turning the ball over there. But no doubt, probably stings a little bit extra fumbling it away instead of just being stopped short.
It sure does, because look at the defense. Look at what you just gave them momentum-wise. Not just the ball, but the spirit of those guys knowing, yeah, they not only stuffed you, but they can rip that ball away from you too.
Looking for the back that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. So they're left facing 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it off. And the Commanders are stopped on that return, so that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
19 right. Buffalo 18.
From the 32. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Running back sent in motion. Throw on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Commanders ready for the punt. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up with the 20 after the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote it. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
This is hauled in by Ingram. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Quick slant, caught by Sutton. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
From the 40 on second down. Dumped off to his running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Let's go.
Now Nick's on third down. And they pick him off again. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme six.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to the air. Nick's after the pick. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Play action with Nix. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Receiver in motion, going left. Again on 2nd and 10. Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
This one's caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first. Just lost his focus and jumped. It's not a huge penalty, but it is a costly one because it gives him enough for a first down.
Here we go. Set. Rig alert. Rig alert. Ready.
They'll run here following the penalty. Has the Denver touchdown. The Broncos shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Extra point try now from Lutz. And the kick is good. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A run here with Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him from the 46. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Here's Robinson. And they had that one contained right at the line. Tackle made by Von Miller. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That play good for 17 on a 1st down. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson, and he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Cut near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Go check. Let's go now. Check smash.
Here's Robinson. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only a yard that time, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
70 Lions. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10 from the 41.
Here we go, shot.
Nix from the gun. Hits his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down.
60 Eagles.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Nix with it on first. Stays in the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Brought in close to the 8. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And now they have a first and goal.
70 range.
They'll throw again. Nix. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative.
Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the off-season. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play. No one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard. It's that type of effort the coaches want to see from everyone on the field. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
From his own end zone on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Let's go now. Ready?
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Daniels. Flush down out to his left. He loses the football. And the Broncos corral it. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Here we go. Set. Set, go.
Throwing now, following the turnover. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He's got it at the 5. It's a Denver touchdown. So here come the Broncos. Big spot now as they try for 2. Setting up to pass. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion.
Well, maybe some second guessing of that play after the miss. I think it was just an instant of the defense guessing the call correctly and right on the spot.
And the Commanders are able to cover the kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Ooh, had to have that onside kick. Got one timeout, but not much time left. This one kind of feels like it's over.
Not a whole lot they can do, but you can't give up. Not a time to look at the clock. You got that one timeout. You got to do all you can and really hope and pray this offense fumbles the snap or screws it up here in the final minutes.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Headed out right. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. On the give, here's Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.